new mini game, and from our main menu we're going to have different buttons that go to different levels and or different mini games. So we have the walking character game, which is here, and then we're going to create a new one by just creating a new scene. So go File, New Scene, right here, New Scene, and we're going to call this, we're going to hit the basic built-in scene. That's fine. Select that, hit Create. You'll notice it has a camera and a directional light already. So let's go File, Save As, and save this scene. We're going to call this Bouncy Ball because that's what the scene, and put it into the scenes folder. Bouncy Ball, put it in the scenes folder, hit Save. Okay, good. So let's create our Bouncy Ball now. So what we're going to do first, Control or right click and say 3D object. We're going to add a sphere. Okay, and let's set its XY coordinate 0, 0, 0, X, Y, and Z to 0, and then let's put it up into the air a little bit. So let's set it at 3. Okay, great. Now when we push play, you'll see that nothing happens. But once we add what is known as a rigid body, if you hit component, add component, and just start typing rigid body, you can add this in here. And this allows it to have physics elements, and you can apply gravity to it. Okay, so there we go. Now let's create some ground. So we're going to Control click and just add a cube, and let's also set this at 0, 0, 0. And I like to be in 3D viewpoint in the scene view, so if I hold Option key down, I could look around and see if things are lined up, and it looks like they are. And then so now what we're going to do is with the cube, we are going to set the X scale for now to about 10, and when we push play now, the ball will drop and hit that cube, which is like our ground, and it doesn't do anything, it doesn't bounce. Okay, so let's make that thing bounce. So what we need to do is on the sphere, first let's go into the assets folder and let's create a new folder, create a folder, and let's call this folder materials so we can keep everything organized. We're going to double click and go in here, and we are going to create a material. So you're going to Control click or right click and hit create, and physics material is down here. Okay, so actually it says physic material, and we're going to call this material ball material. Okay, and so you select this, and the bounciness right now is set to 0. Let's set it to 1. Okay, hit enter, and we need to now select our sphere, and on this material right here, we are going to drag this into that slot right there in the sphere collider. So now when we push play, the ball bounces a little bit. Okay, and you can adjust this to whatever we want. Static friction 0, bounciness, we can make the bounciness 3. Let's see what happens there if we put the bounciness as 3. Okay, not much change. Average, let's go maximum. And whoops, yeah, it did save the change. That's interesting. Set that to maximum, and not a whole lot going on there, but we're going to adjust those and play around with those in the next tutorial and see if we can keep that thing bouncing continuously and have fun with that. Okay, so go ahead and I just set that to continuous just to play around with it. Go ahead and have fun setting up your ball, and in the next tutorial we will adjust the bounciness so that it bounces consistently at a height, and then we'll move it to the right and make it go to a goal. Okay? Have fun setting up your new project. Have fun.